Volume 1 by Neta Jackson, illustrated by Gavitt. The Cat Who Smelled Like Cabbage. Be humble and consider others more important than yourselves. Philippians 2:3. Black Cat stretched her hind legs way back, sniffed the morning air with her button nose, then trotted toward the house next door. Her friend, Siamese Cat, was there, warming herself in a sunny spot on the porch railing. "Why, hello, Black Cat," she said as Black Cat bounded up the porch steps. "Whatever are you so frisky for?" "Because it's a beautiful day," exclaimed Black Cat, hopping up onto the railing beside her friend. "It's a horrible day. Can't you smell the cabbage cooking across the street?" Siamese Cat licked her fur with her dainty tongue. "But then, I suppose you don't have a nose as sensitive as mine. Mixed breeds never do." Black Cat sighed. "No, I suppose not. There are times I wish I knew what sort of family I came from, but—" Siamese Cat purred soothingly. "There, there, don't worry about it. You are beautiful just the same, and you belong to a nice family, even though the man is a small businessman instead of a doctor like my family's man." Black Cat started to say something, but Siamese Cat suddenly stiffened. Black Cat looked across the street and saw a large gray cat trotting up the sidewalk of the house that smelled like cabbage. "You can be glad you aren't Alley Cat over there," sniffed Siamese Cat. "Now there is somebody you should stay away from." Black Cat nodded, but said, "Why?" "Because, that's why. She lives across the street, for one thing. For another thing, she doesn't really live there. I mean, she doesn't really belong to that family. They just give her scraps now and then." Black Cat thought of the golden nugget cat food she ate by the bowlful every morning. "Besides," Siamese Cat went on, licking her milky brown fur again, "she's so ugly. There's not a graceful bone in her body. Lack of good breeding, of course." Black Cat began licking her own soft fur, grateful that she was not ugly like Alley Cat. "But the worst thing of all," Siamese Cat suddenly hissed, "is what?" Black Cat stopped her tongue in mid-lick and looked at her friend with wide eyes. "The way she roams around the neighborhood at night while decent cats like us are in bed where they should be. Disgraceful." Siamese Cat finished her bath. "Well, enough of that. I forgot to ask how your children are." "Children?" Black Cat exclaimed. "Oh, I'm glad you reminded me. They are getting so playful. If I don't hurry back home, they will be getting into everything." She jumped off the porch railing and hurried down the steps. "Shall we go for our walk as usual this afternoon?" she called back. "Of course, dearie," Siamese Cat purred. As Black Cat trotted away, Siamese Cat sighed. "Children, what a bother. I'm glad they're not mine." Black Cat's kittens fussed over their lunch. Then they socked and played with each other and would not settle down. Finally the last one dropped off to sleep. Black Cat sighed. "They really are good children," she thought fondly, "but how do I get them to settle down for their naps after lunch?" She took one last look and padded softly out of the house so she wouldn't be late for her walk with Siamese Cat. I would like to ask Siamese Cat for advice, she thought as she headed down the sidewalk, but I know just what she'd say. That's your problem, dearie. Just then Black Cat thought she heard a tiny meow. Then everything happened so fast. The blast of a car horn, a large gray blur streaking past her. Just as quickly it was all over, and Alley Cat was gently dropping one of Black Cat's children at her feet. "What happened?" Black Cat gasped. She anxiously licked her kitten all over. It didn't seem to be hurt at all. "I'm not sure," Alley Cat said shyly. "I think your kitten followed you out of the house. When I saw it toddling into the street, well, I didn't wait to find out if you knew it was behind you or not." "Oh, well, thank you very much." Black Cat was beginning to feel uncomfortable. Up close, Alley Cat really was ugly. Her left ear was ragged, and she wasn't gray at all, but black and yellow and brown and white. And Black Cat had to admit that Alley Cat definitely smelled like cabbage. "Black Cat!" It was Siamese Cat calling from her porch railing throne. "You are late for our walk." "Oh, I must be going," Black Cat said. "But I do want to thank you for rescuing my kitten. Really, I do." "I'm glad it's not hurt," Alley Cat said softly. "You see, I have kittens too." Black Cat stopped in her tracks and blinked in surprise. "You do?" "Oh, yes." Alley Cat smiled shyly. "8 of them, and they're almost 4 weeks old." But Black Cat's curiosity got the best of her. "But where do you live? I mean, where do you keep your kittens?" "In the bushes behind the house across the street." Alley Cat saw the horrified look on Black Cat's face and tried to explain. "Yes, it gets cold at night, but the landlord won't let the family who lives there have any pets. At least they don't chase me out of their yard like all the other families on this block do." "Black Cat!" Siamese Cat called again. Black Cat looked anxiously in her direction, but again her curiosity got the better of her. "But wouldn't it be better to find a better family to live with?" "A better family?" Alley Cat gave a short laugh. "Sure, it would be nice to have a family that dished out food 3 times a day, but who's going to adopt a cat as ugly as I am?" Black Cat didn't know what to say. "But," Alley Cat went on, "I'm not sure if there is a better family. They've got 7 kids and barely enough food to go around the table, but they always give some little scraps to me, and a kind word and a pat. Of course, those scraps don't feed 8 kittens, so you go around the neighborhood at night, trying to find food." Black Cat finished, a new look coming into her face. "Why, yes," Alley Cat said, surprised. "How did you know?" "Black Cat, remember what I told you," Siamese Cat scolded crossly from her house. Alley Cat sighed. "I guess I know how you know. I suppose you think what I do is awful." Black Cat just stood there, thinking very hard. Alley Cat looked embarrassed. "Well, I guess I'll go back across the street. You have a very beautiful kitten." "Wait," Black Cat said. "Have you had very many kittens?" Alley Cat laughed. "This is my 5th litter, and that makes 32 children altogether." Black Cat grinned shyly. "This is just my first. 6 children in all, and I'm having a terrible time with the nap problem. Have you found any solutions with yours?" "Oh my, yes, Alley Cat stopped. "Are you sure you want to stay and talk? I mean, your friend—" "Yes, I'm sure. But first, There's a place under my family's porch where an air vent from the furnace opens out. If you moved your kittens under there, they would surely be warm enough at night. Come on, I'll show you." "Black Cat!" screeched Siamese Cat. "I'll be back in a few minutes," Black Cat called back. "I have something important to do first." She picked up her kitten and led the way back up the sidewalk. "Do you like cabbage?" Alley Cat asked, as the two cats trotted toward Black Cat's house. Black Cat could only grunt because she carried her kitten with her mouth. "Well, it tastes much better than it smells," Alley Cat continued. "I really have grown to like it. You'll have to come over and try it sometime, and wait till you see my kittens." Black Cat smiled to herself as her new friend talked on and on. To parents and teachers. Prejudice is a big word for young children to comprehend, but prejudice begins at an early age. Young children often have a warm acceptance of all sorts of people, but this acceptance is easily influenced by the attitudes and reactions of others. Also, if children feel insecure about their own identity or struggle with low self-esteem, they may try to build up their own importance by putting other people down. After reading the story of Black Cat, Siamese Cat, and Alley Cat aloud to your child, you may want to use the following questions to discuss how we think about or relate to people who may look different or do things differently. Why didn't Siamese Cat want Black Cat to be friends with Alley Cat? How did Black Cat feel about Alley Cat when she actually talked to her? What happens when we listen to gossip about someone who seems a little different from us? How does God want us to treat people who are different from us? Do you know someone who needs a friend? Could you be that friend?